Hit him with a 3 count. Pin him to the ground and the crowd go wild, man down, know what y'all like. Hit him with a 3 count. On the top row, crowd already know how I fly him to the.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and I love how he does that. Children of all ages, it's your boy, your cousin, your nephew, the Don of the Mid-Atlantic and the Grapeville region's best kept secret. And you're checking out Chaz and Friends, the 3 Count Podcast debate show. Let me introduce to you my iconic friends. Introducing first, all right, he's back from his unapproved vacation day.
Oh, you didn't want me to sign off on that?
You wouldn't. No, you don't have. No, you don't have.
Oh, my
you know how Paul?
My bad.
You're Jimmy Uso now. I'm Paul.
Hey,
look. You can't make
my bad.
without authorization.
My bad, dude. Sorry. My bad. My bad. I dropped the ball.
Authorize. You saw SmackDown, right?
Yeah, I did.
You can't.
Yeah.
I look.
Jimmy was acting a fool.
I, for one, thought like legitimately, I was actually enjoying Jimmy Uso on SmackDown this past Friday. I was like, hey, yo, this man is wilding.
Yeah, he was.
I just love that. It looks good to me. I was like,
anyway, look, ladies and gentlemen, he's the Red Dog, all right? He's back.
Yay. Yay, me. Also with the hoodie. Represent. Shout out to Chaz for the logo.
Yeah, look, that's what happens when you're bored at work.
I want to rep it though. I'm gonna be honest though, you can get this hoodie and gray, black, and then I think like dark gray, and I'm the only one that's gonna have it in blue. Like no one else can get this color.
Oh,
I want people to know, hey yo, I am the captain now.
That's crazy because
I'm the captain of the Kauai Nation.
That blue looks like that's a nice, that's a good like.
Hey, yo, this color goes hard. I'm like, hey yo, I'm kind of feeling this a lot more.
That's crazy.
Might be my new favorite hoodie.
Anyway. That's wild. That's wild how you did that. And I'm not talking Chris Wild.
Oh man, why you gotta do that?
I've been saying that. I've legitimately been saying that joke all day today for some random reason. Shout out to Chris Wild, who was on the PWI 500.
Yo, congrats to him.
The 1CW world champion. So yeah. I just been saying that. That's just something we've always said, just because it rhymes. But yeah, I've been saying it all day. So that might be the episode show title is That's Wild. And I'm not talking Chris Wild. Anyway, let me get through this intro. Look, it's Damien, all right? He's the constant of the show. He's like 5,000 years old, guy. He like, bro, he's seen every wrestling match. Okay. If you want to know, he's like the oracle of wrestling. All right, like you go like, oh, super villain. What happened in 1920 Madison Square Garden match? Yes, my child.
Madison Square Garden even around then?
I don't know. Probably was.
I think it might have been Madison Circle Garden by then.
I don't know. Was it? I think so.
It was Madison Thought Garden.
Anyway, you know what it's Damien. He's back, guys. Look.
Yeah. You know what it is.
Yo, why you build up these intros and all of a sudden you're like, you'd be like, yeah, and you know him. He's the leader of pure ignorance. That guy, he's a mouthpiece. He is. It's Chaz.
Because that's the point.
Anticlimactic.
Highs and lows, brothers. Highs and lows. Highs and lows.
Yep. 3 Counts resident supervillain
here lately.
Check out check us out on all your favorite social media platforms. 3count_pod on that X or Twitter, however you want to call it. Not going to argue with anybody anymore. It's whatever you want to call it. And then also 3 Count Pod on everywhere else. Make sure you hit that subscribe button on YouTube and make sure you hit that like button on Facebook and hit us that follow on Twitch. Wherever you're catching us live. Also, for our audio podcast listeners, definitely hit that subscribe button. And my Apple Podcast users, make sure you give us that 5-star frog splash review straight off of Mars, my guy.
Wow, that's even worse because last week it was Pluto, wasn't it? Wasn't it like Pluto last
Yeah,
week? You said.
with the
Yeah, so now you're
plutonium.
just
But
shortening
Mars
the
is-
distance again.
But Mars is closer
You
to the
did.
sun. You know, we're getting closer to the sun now. We went all the way to the edge. Now we're gonna.
This guy taking
Might as well
short
just-
hops. Next thing he's gonna be like, from
Yeah,
the
yeah.
bottom rope.
I might say that next week now, just because you said that.
From
From
the
the bottom
floor.
rope.
All right, you know what next week is, right?
Hey, yo.
From the
it's a great
frame.
segue. Am I
Next
getting
Sunday?
quiet on this?
You don't know what next Sunday is?
What's
Can I
next
talk about it? It's a great segue. It's October 1st.
Yeah, it's October 1st.
week? We're having Temp Check.
As
Red
Chaz
Dog is
goes to the
on.
Speed Force.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't know what it's October 1st?
Oh, I went to the Speed Force.
Yeah, now you
Yeah,
are.
you did.
Now you're back.
All right, I'm back. I'm good.
Anyway.
Are we good?
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
great
you
now.
good,
We're
you
talking
good.
about October 1st,
Yeah.
though, man. Let's be real. Let's talk
Oh,
about
October
it.
1st. Oh,
It's a
let's
great
talk about
segue,
October
yeah.
1st.
Yeah,
It is.
What's going on
Yeah,
October
that's next
1st?
weekend.
What's going on? You don't know?
I mean, I think I know. Do you know?
I know.
I mean,
What about you?
Chaz, make the announcement.
There you go. Did
All right,
he,
cool.
did he
Am I
pause
back
again?
From, am I back from Speed
Oh.
Force?
Oh, okay, you
I
back.
did.
Yeah.
I sure did pause.
Oh,
I saw
shit.
it. I saw everything freeze, and I go, "Oh, I am in the Speed Force." I was like, "I'm just gonna sit
Yep. See,
here." Okay,
we can't have
let's
this
just
next
do
week.
this. Let's do this.
This is last.
Let's
This,
get
this is last week that we're doing this.
Exactly.
Next
This
week we can't have
is
these.
it, folks. This is
Why
it.
you think? Look, why you think I'm here? This will be the last time you see me here.
Like, let's do this. If you have not already figured out the news, folks, on what's happening next week, all right, ladies and gentlemen, the 3 Count Podcast and everything that comes along with it will be on the Big Plus Network. All right, so make
Big
sure
Plus Network.
Oh God, I'm not gonna get
I was
used to
just
that.
waiting for
Not
you to
gonna
say
get
it.
used to
That's
that.
all.
I'm not gonna be able to get past that.
Like you low-key like forgot that I was gonna do that, and now I was like, yeah, I'm doing this.
I forgot you were going to do it too, and that was great. Now and it's crazy because like every time I say it, you're going to so it's me. You're on cue. So, but yeah, make sure you go subscribe to the network that we are on. That is,
And what's that network called?
It's
What is it
Big
called,
Plus
Chaz?
Network.
Big Plus Network.
Look, you can get the Big Plus Network app on all social, all like I think it's an Apple podcast, not Apple podcast. Sorry,
Man, he's stumbling over
it's-
everything he's got to say.
It's on App Store, the Apple Store. It's on the Roku, your
Android.
Chromecast, all those smart TV things that all the kids got these days. Yeah,
You can find it. You can find it.
Type in Big Plus Network. You can even type it on your laptop. Okay, check us out. All right, all our stuff is going on there. All right, we're gonna give you, because we're nice people, we're gonna give you a month grace period. But guess what? Everything is going to be exclusive. So guess what? The date you got to remember is November 1st. Because November 1st, if you ain't on this network by now, you look, you missing out.
You know what's so funny? Like I've been thinking about this for a little bit, right? But you keep saying an exclusive, but then like even in the video, you've gone through and like explained what's happening.
Yeah.
And like I'm like, we are going exclusive live on Big Plus Network.
Yes, you
So
gotta
guys can check us
reiterate
out there.
because
Yes.
exactly. So you want to see us live,
Exactly. That's what I was
like
saying.
you do now.
That's
We
what
gotta
I'm
go
saying.
You keep saying we're going exclusive, which means that we are no longer going to be on YouTube. We are no longer going to be on Facebook. We are no longer going to be on Rumble. We are no longer going to be on any other weird
you
platform.
like dropped the ball on that one.
Same thing, y'all. Just subscribe to the network.
10 minutes in, we're fucking this all up.
Exactly. Just subscribe to the network. Just subscribe. That's all you need to know. Just subscribe.
Yeah.
That's it. Facts.
Let people know.
What he said.
Let's do this. Let's talk about wrestling now.
All right, let's talk about wrestling.
Let's do that. Let's start off with match of the week. Let's start hot. Let's go match of the week.
God damn.
Yeah, I'm switching it up. Match of the week.
All right, I got mine.
You got yours, go, Damien. I got mine too.
Drew versus Jay.
Okay, that was
I
fine.
enjoyed that a lot. I
I
actually enjoyed that a lot. Like all of it from beginning to end, it was good. It was real good. Good main event.
all right.
Like,
Mine just comes from SmackDown, and which is crazy because I know SmackDown has been going through that schizophrenic stage for me. But the tag match between the Street Profits and LWO was great, and
That was my second choice.
I feel like because of commercials, it ruined the match for me just because I wanted to watch the entire thing.
I can see that.
I was upset that they gave me that match for free because I legitimately would want to see that match on a pay-per-view and let me see the whole entire. I think that match went about 15, maybe 10, probably 15 minutes. Look,
Never say never.
You're right, never say never, but man, that match was going dumb. And it just stuck with me because even I enjoyed I enjoyed the tag. Also, I think I'm a tag guy, but FTR from Collision was fire.
What they face again?
The Workhorsemen.
the workhorses.
Who the hell it is?
JD Drake and Anthony.
I
forget his last name.
I just know JD Drake off name basis.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
They was the dudes. Remember, like last year, they were running with they had the group. Who was also in that group? There was like Tino was in that group, and then what's his name? Paul. It's gonna be real bad. Sabatelli was one of them, and then he got cut. And then the other dude they got cut, Peter Avalon, like that was his group. Remember, that was the Workhorses. Like that's where they come from. And then like
I don't even remember that.
Yeah, Peter Avalon. They ran like a small little group with the Workhorses. It was a cool group. That's when he was calling himself pretty Peter Avalon after the librarian thing.
Right, that was on Dark.
It was on Dark. And then they would bring him up to. They would bring him up to Dynamite like every once in a while.
I'm not watching Dark. I never did.
Well, I was watching Dark. See, pay attention.
I wasn't watching Dark. Sorry, not sorry.
I couldn't do that to myself. It's against my religion.
I could. I had a bunch of friends that were on this podcast that came when.
I understand. I totally get it. But like
I watched when they were on.
It was either Dark.
So let me say I watched
or Dark Elevation or the two major shows. I can only do like 2 at a time, man. Two at a time is why I don't watch Rampage.
I got you. All right. I'm gonna do a 1A, 1B. 1A for me is actually gonna be the Workhorses versus FTR is my favorite match of the week. My 1B, I really need you guys to kind of go check out this match if you get a chance to. IWTV Wrestling Open, Ricky Smokes versus Marcus Mathers. God damn, man. If I talk about a match that I was hyped, like just being there live, watching these guys work, it was the shit. And also, like I'll throw another one from the show, Desmond Cole versus Brad Hollister, Big Bacon. That shit was great too. But I'm telling you, man, that Ricky Smokes, Marcus Mathers match, bro, I was like, holy shit, like this is great work. Like I love watching it. So definitely want to throw out big shout outs to those guys.
All righty. Also, if you're checking us out live, check out make sure you type in the chat what your favorite match was, your match of the week. Let's get on to our first debate topic. Let's talk about it. The big thing that happened over the weekend was the massive
Punk release. Wait, I'm sorry. Punk wasn't. I had to mention Punk because we knew he wasn't going to be mentioned in the show. So
absolutely. Look, we love Phil on the show. Look, like I said, this is the first week we don't talk about Phil.
I just want to throw CM out there first. Like it's what
got it. Gotcha.
Hey, look, sometimes you got to talk about Phil.
Look, for once he wasn't really. I mean, he was all he
wasn't heavily featured.
Yeah. It wasn't like nothing major, but there's always something every week about Phil. Like I think the thing with him and Matt Hardy was really the little juicy thing, and that's just was. Anyway, let's talk about the massive release this cut the WWE TKO. that I have to, that happened. So, Cliff, I know you got the list of names.
I
Can you
don't have the list.
Oh wow, you
No,
don't. Wow.
yeah, and I don't either.
No.
All right.
And I'm gonna be
Yeah.
honest with you, like that list of names with all the people, especially from the performance center, I was like, bro, like there's just a bunch. And the more I look at the list, the more I get frustrated with it because I'm just like, bro, like I just don't. I'm mad. So no, I didn't. I did not do my professional journalistic duties and pick stuff up because one, I'm not a journalist, and two, this podcast is far from professional.
So you.
Oh yeah, we are far from professional.
Not only did you take a unapproved vacation day, you didn't even do like your actual like what?
Well, wait a minute. Is this show Red Dog and Friends or is this Chaz and Friends? Who's
You got a point there.
It's all. Let's be real. It's always Red Dog and Friends. It's always Red Dog and Friends. We can just look. And we lost Damien. This show is so unprofessional, but
we'll be back.
But no, it is Red Dog and Friends. Let me tell you something. You can dress it up however you want it. All right, you can change the name, but if it's a duck, it's still a duck. Even if you put even if you put a costume on it, it's still a duck. But no, some of the names being that were released was Shelton Benjamin, big name Dolph Ziggler. There's a lot of other people too. I don't know. I can't find the list.
So Dana Brooke was one of them too.
Yeah,
Dana was.
Yeah. Who else?
Matt.
Did you say
Matt
that?
Riddle.
One couple?
Matt Riddle.
Thank goodness.
Mustafa Ali.
That was
Good
one
for
that broke
him.
my heart.
See, I'm happy for him. Look,
No.
I don't feel bad for anybody that's got released for the one simple fact. Now is a good time because there are so many other places and other things that they can do and still make money.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Like
absolutely.
that's why it's not like the end of the world. You know what I mean? So like for the people that are like considered, I guess you could say mid card and up. I think it's just mostly mid card anyway, but you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
They'll be able to get higher paying jobs.
But to see, like, here's my situation, right? And it's specifically with Ali, right? Because not like I listen, like I was a fan of like Riddle being the bro thing. Like I just kind of got on with that.
But Riddle,
but
we're gonna get to them. I'm gonna get to them.
I'm not. Yeah, I'm kind of skipping over. But Ali, man, like, and I fight tooth and nail for these two promos that he dropped, right, where he was doing the political stage thing, right, and those two promos to like alone, right, each one individually, I will put up against anybody else's promos that you would consider to be the best promo of all time, right? And you guys remember how much of a fan I was when I saw Bray Wyatt come out with the Firefly Funhouse and how I was a big fan of like the Eaters of World. And Ali was right there with that same political character. I was like, bro, this is genius. And every time I saw it, I was like reposting it, retweeting it. He even liked it a couple times that I had posted up on my page. I was like, bro, like this is fire shit here. I was like, WWE should really get behind Ali right now for this political statement. And I was like, especially right now at this moment with like the diverse candidates that are out there running. Like, and I get it. I don't care whether you're red or blue. I'm just saying, with all the candidates that are out there, if you look at the diversity, Ali fit right in. And I was like, bro, you can get behind this and push this narrative so hard. I was like, and it would get over with the crowd. But you know, WWE, man, they do the E thing. They're like, nah, we don't really want to get behind it. So I'm like, I'm crushed because of it.
Yeah, the big name for me was Dolph. I think, and just the fact that Dolph was always a constant in the WWE, always being underutilized, and that's the one that really shocked me. But with Riddle, the case with Riddle is this: Riddle was already on his way out. Riddle was problematic. Let's just keep it $150.5. If it wasn't one thing, it was something. Like, the most recent thing with him alleging that he was, touching appropriately at the airport. You got the stuff with his exes that was going on. Yeah, I mean, they tried to cancel him in 2020. Like Riddle just
fell
from
in the
jump.
wellness policy, and it wasn't from
Yeah,
pot
right, yeah, failing the wellness policy.
because he's
Like,
cleared on that.
I'm just
and,
curious as to like what it
and you
was that
already
he
know
was
Dana
like.
White don't like him.
Yeah,
Maybe
that's
that's the
very,
reason why
very
he got
true.
let go.
So I was about to
Maybe
say the
that was a
same, but
condition.
I was about to say the same thing. Maybe that's why I had that
They
thought
were
as
like,
well. I
"Yeah,
was like,
no,
oh yeah, Dana White don't like him.
we'll definitely do this if you get rid of him."
Well, I think it's funny though because like Riddle like was a solid like he was a solid fighter in the UFC and then like pop positive twice for marijuana and then just tried to like come at Dana sideways about like drug policies. So like, bro, like you signed a contract that told you the rules and then you still went out and broke the rules anyway. Like they was gonna be like,
That is true.
pass. Nah. I think I agree with you. It's been kind of like a long time coming, like with Riddle. Like I know like we talked about this back in 2020, right? And I had mentioned it, right? That I was like, I hope what you said wasn't true, right? Like I hope that situation wasn't true. And I don't know if it was or it wasn't. I don't know the parties involved like that, but I still stand by what I said. And although I did like Riddle, the character, as far as Matt goes, man, I still stand by what I said like 3 years ago. I'm still that dude. Like, I will get my ass beat, but you will know that I will back my words up as best as I can because I'm not gonna let you. I mean, you're like for his situation too. Like, you're a grown ass man and you have two daughters. I could never imagine, like, even being a father myself of a baby girl, right? I could never imagine how I would be okay with somebody saying that kind of thing allegedly to my daughter and you
Oh, they'd be
not catching
dead.
hands.
Oh no, I'm burying them under my house.
Yeah.
Like that's just say hands down. I don't care if it was alleged or not. Don't worry about the police.
Yeah. I got a shovel, a backyard, and an alibi. That's all I gotta say. And I got with RK Bro. Remember, I was all hyped about RK Bro, but hey, man, like I said, when it came to Riddle, I thought Riddle. Unfortunately, Riddle's character was very. There was no substance behind it, and so he wasn't really getting used a lot. Like, okay, who's Riddle? Like, what is the king of the bros? Right? What is the situation? Right? I felt bad for Dana. Like, to be real, like this is a girl who's just trying to get over, and she was a hard worker in the WWE. Even WWE last year was like praising her about all the hard work that she was doing, and she was mentoring people like in NXT, and then they just cut her. I was like, damn.
Insane. Yeah. I mean, Dana. So the funny thing is that
Bro,
when you look at it,
which Dana are you talking about? What
Dana Brooke.
that is that the one you want to talk about?
I feel like you're talking to him.
Yeah, I totally
me,
talking to you guys. Yeah. You said
I
Dana, and then which one were you trying to talk about? 'Cause I'm curious.
it
There's
froze
two.
up. I see. Look,
So he's still talking about Dana. We're talking about Dana Brooke. We're past that. We're past that Dana White situation.
wow, it was
Good.
definitely frozen that long. That's crazy. Oh my god, I don't know what it is today. Why technology wants to like mess with me.
I don't know,
All right,
man. You
moving
probably
on.
should.
Go ahead,
But
Damien. You
yeah,
talk. Give your
yeah.
point.
So
Talk
yeah, like
about this.
all the. Well, I mean, like I said, for me, I don't. Some of those people wanted to go because they weren't being used.
Yeah.
So this just gives them that opportunity to go somewhere where they feel they can be used better. Point
Yeah.
blank in general. So, and this is not like it was like even 10 years ago, where it was like, I don't know if I want to be released. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So like, it's a little different than it was when they were just releasing people like crazy. Even like during the pandemic, like things it's like different. There's just a lot more places. A lot more companies have a lot more eyes on them, making a lot more money. So it's yeah, it probably sucks, but at the same time, they're gonna find something.
So
Yeah,
I have some of
and
the list. I have some of the names that were pulled up too, by the way, because I know you'd mentioned, um, you mentioned Dolph, you mentioned Shelton, you mentioned Mustafa Ali, we mentioned Matt Riddle. Top Dollar was another
oh
one
yeah,
that
yeah,
we
top
we
dollar.
didn't mention. Aaliyah, Emma, and Elias was another one that we didn't mention.
I was a little surprised about Elias,
So the
but
thing is this: look at the name. You see all the names, right? That you said, and there was a report that came out that mainly these were people who were making main roster money and weren't being used, and were
on the main
probably
roster,
and yeah, on and who weren't going to be what you call it, be used pretty much in the near future anyway. So if you look, it sucks to lose your job. Period. Like that's just like
yeah,
period.
no, that's shitty.
That
Yeah,
sucks,
it
you
is.
know. We're not like, and I'm not want to be like, oh, get over it and everything. But like from a company, when you're looking at it, like, why are we paying these people money if we're not using them?
Yeah, they like to sit at home or sit in catering and fly out.
Exactly, exactly. So as much as it sucks, like I honestly with Dolph, I don't think Dolph's gonna go straight to AEW or go somewhere to wrestle.
No,
He doesn't have to.
He's a
he's
He's
gonna
comedian.
go
been
to his
busy.
comedy tour.
Like I have
Exactly.
his shirt. Like I'm wearing his shirt from when he came to Baltimore. Like he's not like he's actually kind of funny.
I've
So
seen
like
some of his stuff. He's actually very, very, very entertaining. He's
so
not bad at all.
because everyone I saw online, I was like, oh, he's gonna go with his brother and he's gonna win the tag. I'm like, no, no, no,
He
no,
ain't got
he's
to
not.
do that right now.
He's yeah, and I was like, that first of all, that's so cheesy. Let's not do that.
He's gonna go back to WWE. If anywhere, he's gonna go back to WWE.
Yeah,
I can
I
see that
when
happening.
I
Like
can see
go
that.
go
when
on
he's
tour.
ready. When he's ready. Not I'm
Yeah,
not saying that that's what he's doing. I'm saying when he's ready, he's gonna go back to WWE. That's it.
He's gonna go back, yeah, and finish the
Yeah.
story.
I can see that. You just go on his comedy tour for a
What
couple of
story?
years, get his game up.
I don't know.
His
I don't
story's been ended.
Yeah, yeah, I get
He's gonna go
that.
win the Rumble and then he's gonna challenge Roman Reigns at WrestleMania
yeah,
41.
exactly. Exactly. I mean, that's what you call it. That's what Jake Hager said he was going to do.
Yeah, I remember that. I read that. You know,
What?
someone else I was disappointed that got released that I purposely left off. One of my favorite acts, Rick
Oh yeah, Rick Boogs.
Boogs.
That sucked too. That
Oh, he
sucked too.
did get released, didn't he?
He thinks there was what you call it, like higher up, like
Oh,
reasoning
didn't
behind.
Emma's fiance get released too?
Oh no, you're talking about yeah, Emma and what's oh
What
Jesus,
the hell is his name again?
Madcap Moss.
Madcap Moss, Riddick Moss.
He has so much potential.
Yeah.
He really
We don't
did
get hype.
actually. Like
We
he looked
stay
great. He actually wasn't that bad in the ring. It's just I don't know. You just didn't know who he was. I think that was the
Yeah.
issue. I don't think he got a chance to say who he was or show who he was actually.
I feel that was a lot with a
Yeah,
lot of those people though. Like, I mean, not
yeah,
Sheldon Dolph and Mustafa Ali were just those were I want to call it anomalies. Everybody else though on that list, like, we're pretty much like one hitters, right? Like, I
Yes.
like Emma, but Emma she didn't really get utilized, but her character is kind of one dimensional. Same with Rick, same with Elias, right? Even though they tried to hold the Ezekiel thing. Um, Aaliyah was the same way, right? And I love Top
yeah,
Dollar, but Top Dollar, like, he just didn't get an opportunity to shine. He got brought back and then got released. You know,
Yeah,
I feel like
they didn't use him. Like and the
right.
crazy thing was, and they would use him on the live events, and like they would have a legitimate reaction. But which always was wild. It always was wild to me how Hit Row uh just dropped the ball with all of them.
they
Like
did.
and like people like that's not like no Vince didn't know that's not a Vince thing. That's a Triple H thing. He dropped that ball. I don't know. Like
Well, when
that
they
man,
showed up
mean,
on
they showed up on
NXT, they got
SmackDown in
fired.
Baltimore.
Yeah, but I'm just saying when they were on SmackDown or when they were on NXT, like that was a fire ass group. And then
Exactly.
it was.
they tried to translate them into SmackDown, and like once they released Swerve, that was the big mistake because then you brought them back, and it was like
It
it
wasn't the
is
same.
Hit Row per se, but it's not the same. Like Swerve
It
was the
wasn't.
dude when it came to Hit Row.
Yeah, no, he was.
Like
He kind of brought it all together. Like you
because even
needed
looking
all
now, right?
four of them.
Let's look at AEW, right? Like AEW, and as far as Swerve goes, right? Like, hey, let's be real. It's Swerve is the glue that's like holding on to to moguls, and because of that, yeah, we got Prince Nana's dance out of that whole situation because of Swerve. That's what I'm saying. Like Swerve is the needle mover, and when you pulled him out and you put the other three back in, you just missed. You missed bad on it.
Yeah,
This
it
guy.
happened.
You know? Did you see
The
the
one
video
time where he
of
did
how
it.
many people were doing the Prince Nana with him?
Yes,
Like,
I did see that
show.
video.
Bro,
That's-
that guy got that over so quick.
Oh, bro, it's amazing. Like I list like I like the song isn't a bad song. Like Swerve is actually can rap.
No, he can. He can.
And
He can
like
make music. I
and he's
give it
been
to
getting
him.
his flowers as far as his rapping goes, which is great. But look, man, when Prince Nana and I like as soon as he did it, that was it.
What's
What
good?
up, man? Oh, great.
wow,
Look, when you still show up for work even after you're fired.
he was
You know,
fired.
No, he
he's
wasn't
still
fired.
he always
I was gonna
he's been
say,
missing.
wow, Chaz, you were just. Did you do it through email?
No, what's funny is like
No, I'm not.
Chaz low
I'm
key.
not like you and Chris Idol.
This
I
is what
don't
Chaz.
know. No. You are
Hey,
not
yo.
blaming me for that one. No. I said no, it was a bad idea. Don't you dare.
No, what Chaz did was he asked Anthony to like install a brand new lock, and as soon as he put the new lock in, he took the key and pushed Anthony out. Yeah, that's
You know,
how
I
he
can
got
see
it
Chaz
done.
doing that. I can see him doing that.
You
That's
didn't
the
fire
messed
me.
up part about it.
Oh,
I can see
oh
him
my
doing that.
gosh.
He's like,
All
oh
right, let's
hey,
go. Temp check.
I
Temp
think
check.
there's dirt on the other side. Out the door.
Temp check. Let's go. Temp check. Temp check. If you didn't know, Chaz ain't got. You're right. I would use Cliff to totally fire you. You're right. I don't. I'll let your best friend do it.
Bump, 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 bump. Oh, sorry. Not the best friend
Anyway,
song.
Temp Check, for those of you who don't know, if you're just
Bump,
joining us for the very
bump,
first
bump,
time,
best friends.
Temp Check is when we give you our hottest and or coldest wrestler going into this week. All right. Temp Check was actually real crazy. Last week, we had Noah on. If you didn't check it out live, make sure you check it out on YouTube. Temp Check was wild. First of all, the show all last week was wild. But anyway, let's go.
A little bit.
Temp Check. I got love for Chaz. I can't say the same for you, brother.
Wow.
I love
He's
him.
being nice.
Yeah. He's
For
being so
once,
nice.
he was
and here you
being
are.
nice.
I know. This dude.
Shirt.
Look, it's the even if he's not here, I have to keep the gimmick alive. I gotta keep the gimmick alive.
I'm the mean one.
Yes, but look. Do you know? Listen, let's just talk
I'm
about
getting ready to be
all the
really
epic
mean.
battles of me and the
Oh, they've
fro
been
growing
great.
man over there over
They've been
just
great.
everything. We look.
No, those earlier episodes, they were great.
Oh man, I end up checking one out.
Woo.
Just randomly, and me and Anthony legitimately arguing over AJ Styles is hilarious. Please, I don't remember which episode it was, and this is way back. I think it was 2021. I think it was, but go check that out. Go find it. Oh my gosh, it was hilarious. I was literally laughing. I still was like, this is a crazy take, but he was still wrong. Even
Oh,
2 years later,
yeah.
still wrong.
Ah.
Especially now, looking at AJ Styles, and now he's working with the Bloodline. And he's about to tag with John freaking Cena. Wrong. Yeah, man.
It
So
all
no, I
comes
gotta keep the
around.
gimmick alive. Gotta keep it alive. But
Okay.
yeah, Temp
Alright.
Check. Hottest and coldest wrestler. What you got, Cliff?
I'm gonna say hottest wrestler. It's gonna be. Let's be real, man. It's gonna be this. We see him all the time, and we're gonna talk about him later. All right, I'm gonna say my hottest wrestler of the week is the GOAT, John Cena. He's definitely the hottest wrestler of the week. And then side note to that, I think my 1B is gonna be anybody who was main roster that got released from WWE this week. Like, we're gonna be talking about them all the time. Like, we talking about Mustafa Ali. We talking about Top Dollar. We talking about Dolph Ziggler. We talking about I feel like the majority of those guys are gonna land in new places, and we're gonna be like, holy shit, that's a great fit for those guys. So
Yeah,
big
I'm
wrestler.
pretty sure of it. I expect great things. Great things.
Coldest wrestler of the week for me. I'm gonna take because he's gonna take the other side. I'm gonna take Kenny Omega. Just for the reasons why I know where Damien's gonna go first. So I'm just gonna go ahead and just take Kenny Omega first.
All right, David,
Oh,
go ahead.
all
Temp
right.
Check.
So I'm gonna go with the hottest first. My hottest wrestler is Ray Phoenix for dropping Moxley on his head. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. I muchly appreciate that. There's some knock some damn sense into that fool. My coldest wrestler. You know what? Jericho never fails me.
That's why I took Kenny. Yeah.
Poor Sammy. Poor Sammy.
He's in
God,
better
poor
hands now. He's
Sammy.
with Don Callis. What you mean? Poor Sammy.
Right.
Oh, but he's still got to deal with Jericho. That's the point. It ain't done.
I mean,
It
you're right.
ain't done until Jericho finally beats him. Oh, why couldn't look, Sammy hurt Matt Hardy. Why couldn't he hurt Chris Jericho?
Yo, damn.
Sorry.
No,
And I
Matt
feel like
Hardy.
it was like 2 years ago.
Matt Hardy didn't.
Do
No,
it.
no. That was also a low key Matt Hardy. The second time was himself, and that was just an accident.
Well, how come we couldn't get an accident during the Chris Jericho and the Sammy Guevara match?
Because Jericho's not taking. Because Jericho has adapted his style, and he's not wrestling like he's in the Attitude Era again.
Yeah, the biggest bump that man's taking was the one off the cage.
Exactly.
Or
That's
the
the biggest,
on the air
that's the
mattress.
biggest bump he's taken in the past 10 years.
Just do one more, Chris. Just one more. Just the femur.
Oh
Something.
my gosh.
Oh,
I don't want you to die. I just want you to go
I
away.
like this one too. Just not lie.
Brian Cage v.
Uh,
is not a bad one. It's not a bad one.
Not a bad one.
It's not a bad one. The match with what you call it? I was like, ooh. What's his name?
He's kind of
not
messy anyway.
It was with Hangman. That's what it was last week's match. But from Hangman, I
Mm.
was just, But all right, my hottest wrestler of the week. He's actually here in the studio with me. John Cena!
I hate this man. I hate this man 100%.
Okay, Miz.
Next time you pull that shit, I'm fucking muting your mic. I swear to God.
And his name is John Cena.
No, that can be okay. But next time you say that, he's sitting right here next to me. I swear to God, I'm hitting the mute button on you.
The one time he didn't go into the vortex.
Oh man,
No.
John. Look,
Why
Big
couldn't
Match
he?
John is back. Okay, and he's back on as my hottest wrestler of the week. So yeah, Big Match John Cena is definitely my hottest wrestler. My coldest. Ricky Starks.
Oh, fuck you.
I
Oh.
you don't. You don't get to do that. Yo.
Okay, hold on. Why? What's your reason? I'm kind of curious.
I wanted him to win.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
okay.
I wanted him to
Man.
beat Brian on last night. I really did. Like, I also wanted Zack Sabre Jr. to be there. I think that was my issue. Was you have Zach come in, get the dub for Ricky. Ricky gets his dub. Now you can wipe the slate clean of him and Brian instead of just like Brian already whipped his tail in the in the strap match. Like now you're doing a Texas like death match and like you could have had Ricky take the dub. That's just me.
No, I thought that match was fire.
The match
thought
wasn't
that
bad. I'm not saying the match. I didn't say the match was bad. Didn't say the match was
And
bad.
I thought the results was the way it was supposed to go, especially when we're leading up to Wrestle Dream. So it was supposed to go that way. And I wouldn't be surprised if the match ends up like if Ricky comes and starts and costs the match with Brian Danielson. But
Wait, at Wrestle, you talking about Wrestle Dream?
at Wrestle Dream,
Oh
yeah.
hell no! Sorry,
Yeah.
excuse me.
I'm gonna
No,
talk
No,
about that
first of
later.
all, what
I'm gonna talk about that.
hell is okay to say? You-
absolutely not. Look, that would be the lamest thing to do.
no one said AEW books at 100%. Like, ayo, man, like, chill out.
You know they don't. They are not
Don't give
consistent.
me this dream match just so you could mirk it up with your booking, with your stories.
I think Ricky Starks came out looking just as good as he did when he went into the match, and I think that's a good thing that you were going. It's just showing how tough like Ricky Starks is, and I love watching it. Like this man, it took a chain around the knee to knock him out for a 10 count. I was like, you know what? It just shows that Ricky is like this one character who's he's gonna do whatever it takes, and it's gonna take a lot to kill him. And I like that aspect of his character. And I don't think that's a bad thing that he lost to Brian Danielson to two crazy stipulation matches. Like, okay, so let's go one on one in a regular match and let's just see how it happens. And I'm pretty sure like Starks won, didn't he? When him and Danielson had their one on one.
I hate when they do that. When they have all these crazy stipulation matches and then just a singles match, just ass backwards.
Right.
I'm getting
So
old.
bad.
I think I'm getting old. I think that's what it is.
No, it is definitely what you call it backwards. All righty, let's get into our segue because two people have voted John Cena as their hottest wrestler of the week, and rightfully so. We're gonna switch it up. We're gonna talk about Cena right now. Okay, is John Cena the GOAT? They have been announced. If you've noticed since he came back around, was it Money? I think it was Money in the Bank. They have been announcing him as the greatest of all time. That's kind of dope, low key. But is John Cena the GOAT? We'll start with Damien, go Cliff, then me.
Well, from one goat to another, yeah, I gotta give him his due. Gotta give the devil his due. Or he's not really a devil. Kind of a saint, ain't he? He's
Yeah,
fucking squeaky clean.
he is.
Nah, but nah. Yeah, he is squeaky. He's really squeaky. But nah, I've been enjoying everything he's done with this little bit of time, thanks to the the strike in Hollywood. Yay, we get John Cena back for a
I
couple
mean,
months. So like, I mean, it kind of sucks, but for the actors and all that. But you know what I'm saying? It's I don't know. He's entertaining every time he's on the screen. He's entertaining. I enjoy everything I see that he does when he's on screen. So I'm looking forward to hold on, what's this? Fastlane? Is that
Yep.
what that
Yeah.
what's that? So yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Oh yeah.
AJ Styles doing all the work, while John Cena only hits his 5 moves, get
The
beat up a
five
little
moves to
bit,
do.
and that
Yeah.
5 Jimmy and Solo at the same time, and get the W.
Oh, you think? Oh, you think Cena and AJ getting the dub? No.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's take that. Yeah, Jimmy's gonna take the L,
Yeah. He's gotta like nah.
and Roman's
This
gonna come
has to play out with him getting the L just because it's funny. It's like
in.
the way that he's been acting, it just makes it that much funnier when he screws up. And it's like, man, you should know by now this is gonna happen.
Oh, Roman's not gonna be happy.
No, he ain't.
All right, Cliff.
Is he the GOAT? Well, for those of us who remember the greatest wrestler tournament that we had, yeah, he won. For spoilers for those who haven't seen it, but it's been like 4 years, so you should probably check that episode out.
Right? A little
That was
behind.
that was wild. That was also wild, and I'm not talking Chris Wild. That we did that.
I first of all, don't do that again. But like,
That's gonna be
is,
like,
is
that's
John the GOAT? Yeah, I guess when you have to think about it, like it is the biggest wrestling company like in the world, and he was the guy for 10 plus years just holding it down by himself, right? Like just being John Cena, right? 16-time world champion. Like it's hard not to agree that he is the GOAT. But my problem is that we have all these different generations of GOATs that we look at, and it's hard to compare because if like I know like if you ask Kevin Nash, right, like who's the GOAT, he'll say Hulk Hogan because he made the most money, but John Cena eclipsed that, and
Yeah.
not just by a little bit. Like, he's still eclipsing that now. It's hard for me not to say that he's not the GOAT, man. It's like this man puts on like there was a time where the crowd was booing him and cheering him at the same time. Like he was a heel and a face at the same time. Like people hated John Cena. And so to see him, to be considered like the GOAT and on like if we were to consider like a Mount Rushmore, he would be probably the first face on the Mount Rushmore.
Oh,
It's crazy. It's crazy to think about. But yeah, I mean it's I can't find another superstar who I would say kind of like matches what he's done, right? I mean, I know a lot of people are gonna say Rick, right? And they can be like, look at Ric Flair and like what he's done, but John Cena has done everything that Ric Flair has done in half the time.
and then some, and
Yeah.
then some.
So outside of being
Big Mac
nominated in the Hall
John.
of Fame, like,
And John Cena is a surefire Hall of Famer, absolutely, when it's all done.
Oh yeah, of course.
It's hard for me not to say. So yeah, I mean, to me at this point, man, yeah, it's hard for me to say that he's not the GOAT. Like I know me personally, like I have my favorite, right? And I would say Rey Mysterio, but even Rey, like over his 30 years, 35, 40 years of wrestling, like he hasn't done what Cena has done in the E. And the one thing I will say too is that John Cena like carried the entire company on his back by himself
during the worst probably the worst time of wrestling.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. You look at John Cena and where they were when John first came on the scene. We were fresh out the Attitude Era, the biggest, at the time. Because I think the era that we're in now is bigger than the Attitude Era.
Yeah.
I think we can all really agree to that this is bigger than the Attitude Era.
Yeah, like money wise and all that. Yeah.
Pop culture wise.
Yeah.
I think everything this era right now is has a bigger impact on wrestling, and not to say that the Attitude Era isn't big in its own right.
It should though. That's the thing. This time should be bigger.
Exactly. We've said it. It's the wrestling revival. The wrestling renaissance has been happening since the pandemic. Yeah. We've been saying that, and it is true. But like, look at John. We were talking 2002. everybody is not into the whole wrestling thing anymore. It was cool. Oh, it's kind of toned down, and he carried that all the way, that transitional period on when they were going from, all right, we're going to go back to cater more to the actual kids, like the PG era,
Yeah.
that when they went HD, he was there for that. Like now you can see us in full 720p, folks, and he carried that company, and he was the guy, and he's a pop culture icon, all the way up to the point where Roman Reigns is at probably the big face and of this generation right now, but like he was still, even when he passed the torch down, like, and that was in what that was 2016 ish. No Mercy, I think it was, which was actually not too long ago. That I think happened today. I think it happened recently around this time period. But he was still carrying it. I think that was around the time when Cena really was like, all right, let me go do this real. He took Hollywood seriously at the point, doing that more times than not. So like you said, 20 something years, this man killing it. Look at the Make-A-Wish stuff that he's done. Like, John Cena is the GOAT, whether you like it or not. Like, you just gotta, and that you gotta take out. Oh, he's so clean. He didn't heel turn. Take all that out of it. If you look at it today, if you go ask any child or even any like young adult, ask them who was their favorite wrestler growing up, male or female, because it's proven, they will say John Cena.
Yeah, I feel like the majority would say John Cena.
He's known.
Any young adult, like if you're looking legitimately, I go if 30 and below, 30, you ask them who their favorite wrestler was, they're gonna tell you John Cena. Everybody knows, even old folks know what this is.
Yes, Tony Yayo.
It's Tony Yayo, yes. But they know this thing is John Cena. My mother, who loves her some Ric Flair and Ricky Steamboat when she was a little girl, okay, knows when my son, her grandson, does this to her, she knows he's telling her, you can't see me. John Cena's that dude. There are kids now, like people know, like even kids today who haven't even really seen him wrestle, they know who John Cena is. John Cena is a superhero. John Cena legitimately is in a cinematic universe from a legitimate comic book character that probably really wasn't that popular to begin with and has made it popular.
Made people want to know who he is.
I never thought that he would be Peacemaker. I didn't even know who Peacemaker was. But guess what? John Cena played it, right? I watched that show and it was great.
Good. He played him very well.
Like but
I think what's so crazy to me about John, I'm saying what's so crazy to me about John is that like people who are like, well, he never turned heel. I was like, you didn't see his heel stuff. Like you didn't watch him.
His heel stuff. I love.
Sure. When he slapped the shit out of Kurt Angle and was like the ruthless aggression, right? Which, let's be real, was brought back by who? The man who can't miss, him himself, right? Carmelo. Carmelo like said the same shit right before he did to Adam Cole, right? He slapped him in the face. But it's like John Cena like said that, and then like he wasn't getting over like his first character, right? But when they brought him in as this rapper and he was this heel and he was talking shit about people all the time, like regardless of what it was. I remember he said something about Rey Mysterio, like his dogs were taller than Rey Mysterio. Like there was just like he went after everybody. Like, and then like out of nowhere, the fans like slowly wanted to see him like become a baby face, and then like they made him a baby face. And then what happened? He got to smack Stephanie McMahon on the ass like in live TV on SmackDown, and like people were popped for that. And they brought him to Raw, and then what happens? He just erupts on Raw, and fans were just, Yeah, so the era of Cena, like it's hard to find another era where like the fans are enamored with a person like they were with John Cena. Like I know right now people are gonna say like Roman, right, or Seth, but neither one of those guys are at the level of what Cena was at, not even at his peakness. Let's be
Nope.
real. Like
Right?
they were like Cena was hot like right before that Raw, that the trade to Raw, right? And Jericho introduced him, like Cena was like on fire. And then like he just kept elevating, elevating, and elevating. And I love the bloodline, right? But hey, I'm just gonna be real, like the tribal chief is not on the same level as what John Cena was in his peak
Yeah,
for 10
fresh.
years, like just going
Yeah,
down. Yeah.
fresh off the Dr. Thugonomics. This is the fresh hustle loyalty joint.
Yep.
Like, this was genuine.
The chain gang.
This was chain gang Cena.
The chain gang Cena.
Yeah, this is
Ah,
right after Dr. Thugonomics. My man came out. He had
almost.
the dog collar shirt, and then they had like the dog on the
Yeah.
back of the shirt. I always wanted that shirt and never got
I want
one.
the jersey.
The
I still
jersey,
want the jersey.
yeah.
The camo the white jersey with
The white
camo,
jersey,
with
camo,
that-
yeah.
yeah,
You wore
Cena Nation
WrestleMania
on the back.
24. That was
54. I
WrestleMania
mean,
24.
Yeah, we're
yeah.
not even talking about how much merch he's moved.
Oh yeah.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
And how many grown, let's be real, how many grown ass men were sitting there with a bright ass green t-shirt or a fucking, I'm sorry, a bright ass green, yes, Idol, I'm looking at you and saying this directly, a bright ass green t-shirt or a bright pink t-shirt or bright orange t-shirt or a bright red t-shirt, like purple t-shirts, like everybody was running around with some John Cena merch. I still to this day want the John Cena 8-bit You Can't See Me t-shirt. Like I've been looking
Oh,
for that
yeah.
one shirt. I want that shirt in particular.
His
I don't know
merch
why
is
what
off
helped
the
like
hook.
inspire that, but like I was like, yo, I need that shirt. I still want it. Like I just think it's funny. Or like I think the one was wasn't it there's like it was like a cheat code. Like the up, down, down, left,
Oh,
right,
yeah,
left,
yeah,
right.
yeah, 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 yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
There's one for like the 5 moves to do.
shuffle. Yes, I remember that one. Yes. Yeah, I remember
I was
that
like, I
shirt.
want that shirt too.
Yeah, the past couple of shirts he had come
They've
out
been dope.
have been great. Yeah.
They have.
So yeah. John Cena is the GOAT. Flat out. We all agree on that. You can put all the different era GOATs. You can put your Hogan next to Cena. I think Cena still wins. You can put Brett, Shawn, Stone Cold, Rock, whoever else you want to throw up there. AJ, it's still Cena at the end of the day, really. When you look at it, because Cena really took wrestling like in its dark age, and now look at it. It's a 9.8. Oh, so much money. So much money.
And we're not even talking about the matches that
Exactly. And we're not even talking.
we're just talking about him, like
Just
in his
him.
like eras, and then the
Exactly.
merch. We're not even talking about the matches.
The matches are that's a whole nother strategy.
That's a whole nother hour-long show we can go into, like, of John Cena's greatest matches. We got another topic. I do want to talk about it. So shout out to your boy, all right, Eddie Kingston. He is the new Ring of Honor World Champion. And he is a double champion because he's still the New Japan Strong Openweight Champion. Recently, he's put out a statement that he won't be taking any more indie bookings due to his commitments, not only with being the Ring of Honor World Champion and the New Japan Strong Openweight Champion, but he also he's got a bad back, and he's got to make sure he get that all taken care of. So, are we in line to see an epic Eddie Kingston run? Let's start with you, Cliff, then Damien, then me.
So I think it's crazy because he put that statement out, and there was he was supposed to be booked for a match somewhere. I forget what company he was supposed to, but they were like, "That's right, folks, you're finding out at the same time that we are." And I was like, "Damn, that's pretty shitty." Like, I would have at least throwing a heads up to set company that, hey, unfortunately I can't make it because of this. But the company responded by saying like they're gonna bounce back and they'll find somebody else. But do I think that we're gonna be in an epic line with Eddie? Yeah, I mean he's done a really great job with the New Japan open weight title. I like it. I like the fact that he's got it. He's showcasing it like every week. As far as like the ROH side of things goes, we'll see. But I think he's. I mean, to see a double champ at Eddie Kingston, especially for a guy who a few years ago was like having issues, and he was like selling merch to make his like payments and stuff like that. To see where he is now, like it's a great story, and I kind of like where we're at. So I kind of hope that we're gonna get a good run out of him. But my only thing about it is that I kind of want to see. I like seeing Eddie Kingston not utilized a whole lot, right? And this is weird for me to say it this way because I like seeing him in spurts. I don't want to see him every week on my TV. It's just the same situation
You won't
I
because
have.
you gotta get Honor Club anyway to
Yeah,
watch.
but I feel like my problem is like it's essentially the same thing with like Orange Cassidy, right? Like I love Orange Cassidy and I love seeing Orange Cassidy sparingly on my show because that's what's in line with this character. And if you use somebody too much, you kind of like lose that mystique, right? Because that's why I love also the House of I love the House of Black. I love the House of Black because we don't see them all the time, but we know who they are. So I don't know. I kind of hope that we are in line for like an epic run with him, but as far as like we're not seeing him every week defending the ROH title or the New Japan Pro title, right? It comes when the challenger comes up to step up to him and he just smacks him down. So that way he can take care of his back too.
He deserves everything that is going on, and I hope that we see great things. Do I have high hopes that Tony won't fuck this up? No. Because we've had start of things and then nothing. So man, yeah, don't Tony, don't fuck this up like you do everything else. You kinda got like gold in your hands, buddy. Don't drop the ball. And I kinda agree sparingly. Like when a challenger comes up, yeah. But
don't give me no. Don't give me a rematch. Don't give me no Claudio and Eddie Kingston rematch. I'm over it now.
I don't think it needs to. Yeah, I don't think we need to.
I think we've done enough. We've done it enough now. No.
Yeah, but guess what? Guess what we're gonna see at Wrestle Dream?
What you call it? Oh yeah, Kingston and what you call it? Sonata.
I was gonna get changed. It's gonna be Claudio.
Don't say that. Because when I saw that when I saw that he was facing Sonata, I went ooh, fight. Wrestle Dream looks like it's going to be a nice show.
Yeah, I'll talk about that when we're done here.
Is that what grinds your gears?
A little bit. I'll explain why.
All righty, cool. All right, let me see my point. Eddie Kingston is about to legit change the wrestling world like Bryan Danielson did in the WWE. I think that's what we're on the cusp of. Eddie is just liked by everyone. Period. It's just a fact. He's over not only with the crowd. He's a likable guy, really. I just think that once everything gets settled with his back, and he knows, and he feels it too, and he wants to make sure he's on his A game because I think this is definitely on the cusp of him getting to something bigger as far as maybe like an actual AEW singles title, maybe on the weekly show on actual television instead of Honor Club. That's what Collision low key should be. Is Ring of Honor? I would rather that. That's low key what it's becoming. But that's another topic for another day. But yeah, we are definitely on the cusp of it, and I think this is just the beginning. You heard the pop in Arthur Ashe. That's his backyard, and it was great seeing him hold both that titles and officially saying that Eddie Kingston is a legit, world champion is super dope. So yeah. All right, well, grind your gears, Damien.
Tony Khan.
All right, let's do this.
All right, so I don't like the show name, and I feel like it's like building up way too much. Like way. Like I have a bad feeling that this could be a huge disappointment. And if
Like
you
what?
have a name like that, um, he's gonna fuck this up. He's gonna fuck this up. I know he's gonna fuck this up. Ah, Tony.
I love that group.
Oh, if he ain't careful, he's gonna end up like that group.
Oh
A
no.
memory.
Damn.
Oh.
Yes, that's what grinds my gears. Again, Tony. Just,
Well, look,
just doing shit
it
for
can't
shit's
be
sake.
it can't be as bad as that was that Revolution 2021.
Ah, yeah, Ken. Dude, all of his shows have potential to be that. That
Oh
hasn't
man.
left. I'm
But
still heated about that.
I know you
After this, I'm calling Verizon just to cuss them out
again. That was
again.
2 years ago.
Yeah, I know, but I'm still heated about that.
They never did give
Oh
you that refund,
God,
did they?
no, they did. Oh no, I got that refund.
Oh, you did get the refund.
Oh, I got that refund.
Oh,
I was mad. I was willing to leave the freaking cable company and go to the worst cable company in the area. Like I was mad.
he was. I was on the phone with him the
I
entire
was
time.
big boy mad.
I didn't like the show either, which
Oh.
was even funnier because I was like, "What is going on?"
Like from beginning to end. Oh, oh, God, I was so mad. I was
When Miro broke
so
through the
mad.
glass.
Oh yeah.
Now
I forgot
you know
about
what
that.
show.
I'm
Yeah,
trying to
that
like
was
remove myself from that thought process, but yeah, I forgot about that.
that's the
Oh,
exploding barbed wire death match show,
my
folks.
blood pressure was through the roof. I might have had a mini stroke or a mini heart attack or several. I I was mad. Like if I was on camera, you probably would have been able to see me be beat red. I was mad. I was big boy mad. Like
It's
I
crazy
was
too because they haven't
mad,
done one since.
they better not. Ooh, they better not ever do that again.
I can't
Oh,
wait.
they
I
better.
can't wait till Wrestle Dream and they have that match.
Dude, I'm gonna be so mad. I'm gonna be so mad, so mad.
Uh, and
And I won't have
funny,
any.
we talk about that, right? And think about it, look, just because just to circle back around on it, Eddie Kingston went out there
I
and
know.
and
Sold his
expecting
ass off.
expecting this big thing, and he sold it and now
Yeah.
look at him now, world champion. So boom. Hey, guess what? I love how we did.
They had to look. They had to apologize for some reason. Like that was an apology. That was, you know what? We are so sorry for that, dude. Like I'm so sorry. Like I got you.
I know we're
We're
2
gonna
years
make
late,
this
but we're
work.
throwing on 2 titles on you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
that was like
did.
makeup. That was makeup. Like,
2
oh
years, 2
man.
titles. That sound good, Eddie? That sounds great. All right, good. We're gonna do that.
Well, they don't do it in New Japan. So sorry we didn't do it first. Sorry we didn't do it first. Here's the ROH belt.
That was New Japan feeling sorry for that. They were like, man, we saw what they did to you live on
Here's
pay per view.
here's not the title. You
Here's
can have
a
the openweight title. You can't have like the heavyweight title, but you can have this one.
look. At this point, poor Eddie. I forgot he did all of that. What he did was actually pretty cool, and then their explanation was pretty cool, and then they ruined it. Oh, that whole god. Oh, my head hurts. Can we end
All
this?
right.
I
As
think yeah, we
Damien
gotta
has an
end this.
aneurysm, folks. If
We
you
can end
didn't
this segment.
already do so, make sure you subscribe on all your on YouTube. Hit that bell button so you never miss any content that we put out. Also, if you did not know, okay, next week we are going exclusively live. All right. on the Big Plus Network.
Big Plus Network.
So
That made me feel better. That made me feel better because I was starting to get a headache.
I know you. I saw legit the vein in the side of your head, and I went, "All right."
That's why I started smoking the cigarette before I started talking about this because I knew what was going to happen. I'm gonna need a shot.
I saw the vein, and I went, "All right, let me end this show. We're already 10 minutes past the hour." So make sure you give us a 5-star Frog Splash review on Apple Podcasts right off of Mercury.
Oh my God, I hate this man. Cancel this man.
Also, look,
Yes,
if you haven't already done so, buy a shirt. Okay, please do that. I forgot to say at the opening show. Buy a shirt. Check out Now Into the Ring. We didn't do that earlier because we got right down to business because I was in the Speed Force and I have been in the Speed Force since. So, yeah, go check out the interviews coming up, whatever they are. What are they? You know what they are off top of the hand, Cliff? Do you have that?
Yeah, we got Zach Xander.
Oh yeah, I knew that was coming out. I saw it on the thing on YouTube.
Yep.
But yeah, friend of the show, friend of Damien's, friend of mine, friend of all. Yeah,
oh, I'm sorry. No. I heard that wrong. It was Zach Xander. We actually we have Pro Wrestling Alter coming on the show this week. Next week is Zach Xander.
Okay. Well, there you go. You got 2 weeks ahead. We'll
I definitely have the post set up for. I know I set the post up for what you call it. I need to fix that.
Yeah, PWI definitely coming on the show first.
I need to fix that because that's why I was like, oh yeah, because I just did the post for it for Facebook. All right, I need to fix that. All right, so yeah, if my PlayStation users, if you made it to the end, you get a trophy. My Xbox users, you get an achievement. My PC users, you get a virus.
You get a thumbs up. Stop being. Get a thumbs up, guys. I mean, I don't play on PC because it's garbage, but I ain't gonna do y'all like that. I'll give you a thumbs up, guys.
To Chaz and Friends, a show about wrestling. I promise we talk about wrestling about 50% of the show.
No, it's about 90%. It's about 90-95%.
Depends
it's
on
about
the day.
51.5%.
51.5.
We go on tangents here and there.
Like we are now. So check us out. Okay. Check another episode. That's what you need to do right now.
Go home. Oh, I mean, if you're not home. If you're not home, you're doing something you ain't supposed to be doing.
Nothing good happens after midnight. All right,
nothing happens good after 10 o'clock.
Kawhi.
After 10 o'clock.
Kawhi.